The first girl didn't scream. That was what stayed with Inspector Daniel Agyeman long after the case was closed. The silence. Not fear, not resistance, just silence, as if she already knew no one was coming. It started with a missing person report that almost no one took seriously. 17-year-old Amasirwa had left her village along the coast with promises of a better life. A job in Europe, they said. Hospitality work. Good pay. She even called her mother once, whispering over a bad connection. I'm safe. I'll send money soon. Then nothing. No money. No calls. No trace. In places like that, girls left all the time. Some made it. Many didn't. The police station filed it under likely migration, and life moved on. But 3 months later, another girl vanished. Then another. And another. Inspector Agyeman wasn't supposed to notice the pattern. The files were scattered across districts, handled by different officers, buried under paperwork. But he did. Same age range. Same recruitment story. Same destination, Europe. And always a helper, a middleman who arranged documents, transport, and fees. It sounded organized. Too organized. When Agyeman visited Alma's village, he met her mother, eyes swollen, voice hollow. She trusted them, the woman said. They came with papers, even passports. Passports. That was the first real clue. The trail led to a small recruitment office in Accra. Clean, professional, almost comforting. Posters of smiling young women in hotel uniforms lined the walls. The manager, a charming man named Kofi Mensah, welcomed Agyeman with a smile that never quite reached his eyes. We help people, Kofi said smoothly. We give opportunities. Everything looked legitimate, licenses, contracts, records. Too perfect. But something felt staged. Then Agyeman noticed it. Every file for the missing girls had identical formatting. Same phrasing. Same signatures. Forged. The case cracked open when a girl named Miriam was found at a border checkpoint, alone, disoriented, barely speaking. At first, she refused to talk. Days passed before she whispered the truth. They lied, she said. There is no job. Her story came out in fragments, like broken glass. The girls were transported through multiple countries. Their documents taken. Their identities erased. By the time they realized what was happening, it was too late. They weren't being taken to hotels. They were being sold. Miriam described locked rooms. Foreign cities. Men who paid for silence. And a name she heard over and over again. Kofi. When police raided the agency, Kofi was gone. Vanished overnight. But what they found inside was worse than they imagined. Hidden ledgers, coded transactions, photographs. Hundreds of girls. Not just from one country, but many. This wasn't a small operation. It was a network. And Kofi wasn't the boss. The investigation spread across borders. Interpol got involved. Names surfaced. Wealthy businessmen, officials, even a charity organization that supported migration. One name stood out. A respected philanthropist. A man who funded schools, donated to hospitals, appeared on television as a symbol of hope. He was untouchable, or so everyone thought, because buried in the records was proof, payments, shipments, routes. He wasn't helping girls escape poverty. He was selling them. Months later, arrests were made across multiple countries. The network collapsed faster than anyone anticipated, like it had been rotting from the inside all along. But Kofi was never found. Some said he fled. Others believed he was silenced. Inspector Agyeman had his own theory. Because in the final documents recovered, there was one last transaction, unfinished, incomplete. A shipment that never arrived. And on the list was Amasirwa's name, marked not as sold, but as missing. Some girls were rescued. Many weren't. Families were given answers, but not closure. And in quiet villages, mothers still waited for calls that would never come. Years later, Agyeman would revisit the case files. Not for the evidence, but for the photographs. He would pause at Alma's face and wonder if somewhere, somehow, she had escaped, or if the silence that began it all was the only answer they would ever get. If this story shocked you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more intense true crime stories, mysteries, and investigations. What do you think really happened to Alma Surwa? Was she able to escape, or was there something even darker behind her disappearance? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. I read every comment.